Hey guys, I have another video for you because I have not done a video in like 2 months. The last one I uploaded of me doing my mohawk was I did it like 3 months ago. I don't know. So I have a couple things to show you, and I also have a confessions list for my goth side and my punker side, and then my personality in general. I like to call myself a death rocker because then it combines the two, and it's much easier that way. Um, but let's get on to the actual updates of my life now. First, I dyed my hair, as you can see. It was black, now it's like brown. I'm gonna get it dyed white in a while. The second thing is I got my tongue pierced. My brother and me did that for his birthday, and I paid for my own, and my father paid for his. Uh, let's just say the family wasn't too happy, but they accepted it, and they allowed us to, which I appreciate immensely from them. Another thing that is new that I got is my brother made me a mask because I've been complaining that I don't have a gas mask. So he made like a doctor's mask out of candy. The things go behind your ears. It's pretty cool. It's a little cobweb, so I like that. Um, if you can't see it, I also made a new jacket. On the back, it's an Ankh, and it has my name at the bottom. On the sides, it's painted white, and it's got like a little crust on it, which I love. And then on this side, it's painted green, and you'll figure that out in a while why I painted it green. Some band names on it, and it is outlined with red, if you can see. So here's what it looks like when it's on. It kind of looks like, I don't know, baggy, I guess. Um, it's an old jacket that my friend gave me that he didn't want anymore. Originally, I was going to turn it into a vest, but decided I would turn it into a jacket instead. Another thing I got was my new platform boots. I've been waiting to get these for about 8 months. I finally got enough money together to buy them, and I don't know what to say about them. Like, I like them a lot, but it was almost like the wanting was what was driving me to save money. So now I just have money lying around like it's nothing. But anyways, ooh, fire. Fire's fun, but dangerous. Okay, so now let's get on with the actual list of my confessions. First, we will start with the Goth confessions. No matter how much I try to listen to them, I maybe like one song, but overall, I do not like Susie and the Banshees at all. Hopefully that isn't too big of a shocker, but it's true. But what can I say? I like The Cure, I like those types of bands. I like Depeche Mode, as you already know. I like all those. I just don't like Susie. Okay. The second one is my favorite color is not black, is not red, is not purple. Do not think that because I like goth stuff. No, my favorite color is actually like an emerald green, maybe a little bit lighter than this. But that's why I painted that sleeve green. It's because it's my favorite color. My family hates the gothic style, except for the boots. They actually like the boots. But they think it's weird. They don't like all the makeup that I wear when I do it. So I'm not allowed to buy much makeup. I can only wear eyeliner. And I don't blame them because of what the media portrays them to be. It makes them look like they're evil people who worship Satan or whatever. But that is not true at all. And to be honest, when I was younger, here's another confession, was I was afraid of goths because of what the media did to them. It made them seem like they're evil. So every time I saw one, I would try to avoid them, which I regret entirely because now I can't find one to just talk to anymore, and it's pretty sad. But enough of that. Let's go to my punk confessions. One, a shocker. I'm not violent at all. The only violence that I've even recorded from punks in general was the riots and the standing up against the government itself because of how corrupted it was back then. And it's pretty corrupt now, but there's no need for violence because they're already killing themselves. So it's okay. But punks in general have a lot of love, and they aren't violent. They just do not like to handle people who do not have the same interest in them, and that's why they're put as like this mean group of people. But it's only because they're shunned by the rest of society. Another thing is that, me personally, it's very hard for me to find a punk that I get along with well, who has the same interests in me, because there's so many different ideas of what punk is. But I will tell you what I dislike as the punk subculture that was put around in the 90s, and that was the skateboarding, Green Day listening type punk, the pop punk. I really despise them because of the fact that they act like they know what punk is, and it's an entirely different subculture. I don't even want to call it a subculture. It's like a group of people who just skate because they don't have any rules to live by, really. And another confession is I hate drugs immensely, with a passion actually. And as Heroin Bob once said, that shit stays in you. So, yeah, I do not like drugs. My personality flaws as it is now, like my actual being, I love video games entirely way too much. I can sit there and play them for 10 hours, and the only way you can get me off is if you take a crowbar to my hands to the controller and yank me off of the game. I can just sit there and sit there and sit there. And sometimes I'll be bored of myself and I won't put down the game. That's how bad it is. It's just because I have to play. Another flaw is that I love works of literature and I enjoy poetry and writings, and I want to become an author. But the only thing is that I cannot write long stories, or I get bored really fast. So I'm very good at poetry, and maybe I'll record a video of me doing some of my poems. But that's mainly my talent. And another thing is if something goes mainstream, like for example dubstep, at first I loved it a lot because it was just remakes of like video game songs, and it almost sounded like trance. And it was very, very good. And then all of a sudden they got like all popular, like exploded into a barrage of different bands and groups that kept on adding stuff to it. And now it just sounds like a bunch of like you know those little popping things that you get in the mail that every little kid like is like, oh yes, I love these things, the little bubble wrap things. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like little kids are stepping on those. So it's like, and so I don't like it anymore. It's really sad. It was a good music genre in the beginning. And well, that is all my my dead lease. Enjoy the rest of whatever you are doing on YouTube. Goodbye.